going to do, sorry, my connection was BULLCACA. So as I was saying, my name is Emmy from Emmy Evolving. If this is your first time finding me, thank you for finding me. If this is not your first time, thank you for coming back. We're going to be doing a ClairTarot reading for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Also for your cross that this applies to, because of the fact that soul doesn't give a hoot about Gregorian calendars, okay? So whenever you find yourself watching this, if it resonates, and that's when it's appropriate for you. That's when this message is applicable and appropriate for you. Let me just start shuffling. Every day I'm shuffling. I'm shuffling. I'm shuffling. All right, let's see what's going on for Taurus. I had asked your collective energy, what is this reading going to be about? Give you guys a heads up. Someone's trying to trip y'all up. Okay, they're trying to get you caught up in your own BULLCACA. Ooh, shit. They're trying to get you caught up. They're trying to catch you in a lie. I don't think you're lying. I think what's going on is that they're trying to create a circumstance. Someone is trying to create a circumstance that causes you to appear like a liar, to appear less honorable than you actually are. There's possibility that you gave your trust to someone who was absolutely unworthy of it. Okay, so let's go ahead. Now, this doesn't just pertain to romance. It can be a friendship, a platonic friendship, or a work relationship. Okay, it could be a roommate or whatever. But there's another individual involved, and they're trying to create a picture that isn't in alignment with who you are or your behaviors. One more shuffle, I'm told. All right, let's get started. Oops. Here we go. Let's do this deck. I like to shuffle while I'm live, so you guys know I'm shuffling. So, next deck. Ooh, for some of you, this is a frenemy. It's a friend, or actually isn't much of a friend, okay? Shit's about to pop off for them, and it seems as though they're trying to drag you into it. That's the feeling I'm getting for some. Let's see. When that card pops up, it's fuckery. A lot of fuckery afoot. Lots. So Taurus, card number 18, Spirals of Manifestation. Friend has been making a huge mess of their life. You're now complicit. Okay? Whatever is going on, they've just totally ensnared you in their drama. Look at your face. You're so over it, yet you won't really address the issue yet. You're close to it already. You're close to it. It's like this feeling of all the shit that they're doing. You've been trying to be a really supportive friend or love, and you keep looking the other way. You keep making excuses for it, and it's about to bite you in the ass. But you know what? Card number 16, what you want wants you. You want to rise up from this, okay? You want to get to a place where you have a better understanding of yourself. It's an ascension process, and that's what's going to happen. Look at how the light is playing with me. That's what's going to happen, okay? And this is a trauma-induced accretion. A TIA, trauma-induced accretion. That means through the trauma of whatever this circumstance is, this friendship, relationship, whatever it is, it's going to help you rise up in your knowing, in your understanding. Card number 18, Treasured Memories. For some of you, it's going to be this feeling of, but we've been through so much together. I don't want to just walk away from that and throw away the friendship or the relationship or the work partnership. Go ahead and treasure the good times, but those good times are done. Okay. For some of you, those who this resonates with, it's not going to be all Taurus. It's not going to be all cross watchers. For those that this resonates with, those good times are done. Okay. It's done. They have been showing a habitual pattern, a prolonged habitual pattern of bullshit, caca. Okay. You don't want to step in BULLCACA. Card number 2, inner trust. For those that this resonates with, I'm sure you already know this. I'm sure you already know this. I'm sure you've felt it for some time, between 5 and 6 months at least for some of you. But you keep trying to avoid the truth of what's going on because you want to be a good friend. You want to be, a supportive lover. Yeah, you're going to screw yourself. You're about to. Okay. I think with the way all of the readings are going right now, I think basically humanity at large is going through a phase of development where it's time to clear space because something huge is about to happen for all of us who are willing to begin truly ascending at quantum in quantum leaps. Okay, you're not just going to be walking up the stairway up to yourself. That's pretty cool. Use that as a stairway. But you're not going to be walking through this. It's going to be quantum leaping. Okay. Now, seeing the true you, card number 29. First, you have to trust yourself enough to allow yourself to recognize you're actually seeing the truth of whoever is in front of you and yourself. I can't shake the feeling that this is about to implode very, very soon. It's going to be messy. If it resonates, it's going to be messy, especially with card number 52 showing up, Sea Witch. This card is supposed to be about like childlike abandon and exploration and fun. And no, I look at her and I'm like, this trifling ass mofo. And she's set to sting on a whole nother level. And she even has a little accomplice, maybe what's going on is whoever this is has become addicted to whatever role you've allowed them to play in your life for such a long time that now, as you're growing beyond the type of relationship, friendship, romantic, platonic, work, it doesn't matter. As you grow beyond it, it's almost like they've gotten someone else to become a part of this to keep you involved. Meaning, if they know that you're the kind of friend that will always support them, there's drama, they're addicted to you and they're worried you're going to leave, they will continue to perpetuate drama to keep you there. Does that make sense? So it seems like someone is being brought in. I mean, look at that poor fish's face. Like, maybe they're keeping you there by having a mutual enemy. Really, there is no enemy. All right. Oh, God. Card number 22. She knows, Taurus, stop beating yourself up. Stop allowing yourself to be the punching bag in whatever this is. Okay. It's really a distinct feeling that you keep taking the hits for this person. It might not be a physical blow, but you keep taking the hits. You keep allowing yourself to be the one that they're hiding behind as they create and perpetuate more ugly. Don't do this, Taurus. You deserve so much more than that. You deserve a real friend, okay? You deserve a real person who really loves you. And real love, does not do that, does not use you as a shield. How? There you go. Card number 10, releasing allegiances. There you go. There you go. If you look at her skin, she's shedding. She's in the process of shedding. Allow yourself to shed the very things that no longer serve you. Those layers of hurt, those layers of obligation. Taurus is huge, huge on martyring themselves out of obligation to other people who they owe nothing to. Nothing. Okay? I'm going to be really real with you. You don't owe anyone anything. You're not obligated to do anything for anyone. And that, you're programmed to think that that's a very selfish, self-centered thing. You should be selfish. This is a healthy selfishness. It's healthy to be centered in self. It's unhealthy to be revolving around someone else who has psychological, emotional, and whatever else issues. Why would you want to do that? Why would you ever want to demote yourself from being the center of your own co-created reality to just a supporting character? Or are you an extra in your own movie? We each have our own life movie that we're living through. You are not an extra in that movie. It's time you put yourself smack dab in the middle of the center. Allow yourself to revolve around yourself for once. Allow that. Allow it. Stop standing in your own way. That sense of obligation to other people who really, they're takers. If this resonates with you and you know a specific individual that it's like, oh shit, you're describing this individual to a T. That is a taker. All they do is take, 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 take. You will never, ever, ever be able to give enough to satisfy them. It's like a bottomless pit. Why don't you fill yourself up? Instead of giving, giving, giving to someone who's bottomless, never satisfied, never at a place of balance and happiness. Why don't you allow yourself to balance yourself and be happy? And as you do that, you'll begin to recognize that person, they're not a bad person, but man, they're very unhealthy for me. Okay? Ooh, card number 44, stranded. And there you are. There you are. That's the epitome of what's going on. They've stranded their big ass boat in a big ass tree and they expect you to fix it. As though it's your fault and therefore your duty to fix their stupidity. And I'm being a little bit harsh, but you know what? Taurus, you're very bullheaded. You don't want to hear what you don't want to hear. And so it needs to be delivered in a harsh manner to shake you up, to help you understand what you're doing to yourself. For those that this resonates with, this is not going to resonate with every single Taurus. Okay? For those that this resonates with, this is what you're doing to yourself. How are you going to fix this? How do you propose to fix something like this? With a little anchor, you want to anchor them? You yourself, you're not on solid ground. Okay? As you get caught up in their bullshit, you're not on solid ground. That looks like some twigs holding you up. So think about that, okay? Before you start trying to be someone else's savior and obligating yourself to a job that is far beyond what you're supposed to be doing, make sure you're on solid ground. And you're not going to be on solid ground if you're not centered in self. See how that works? You have to be centered in self, or else you're not rooted. You're not on solid ground. You're in no position to help anyone else. None. And that's not me trying to tear you down and tell you you're fucking up. No, this is me being very honest with you so that you can choose to either hear what I'm saying and make the changes you need to make to empower yourself, or choose to believe I'm full of shit and unsubscribe and never watch again. Perfectly fine either way. Because I love you enough to let you travel on your path however you feel. Whatever you feel is appropriate for you. I love you enough, even if we've never spoken, to give you that kind of freedom. Is the person you're martyring yourself for, do they love you enough to do that for you? Do they? Do they love you enough to see that you're drowning in their bullshit? And are they willing to extend a hand to pull you out of it? Ask yourself that. And I can have these kind of messages because I'm not interested in building a following. I'm interested in sharing truth as the cards are telling me. Okay? So you are a legacy of light. It's time you rise up. See that? Right now, you're in the toddlerhood of your soul. Your soul's inner and understanding of the path that you're on. You're in the toddlerhood. It's time to allow yourself to rise up and graduate to a higher level of understanding. This is not a competition. Notice how it's all one person. It's a progression for one individual. There's no other people involved. There's no one beside you. This is all you, your path, how you want to live it, how you choose to rise. Notice how it's a rising up. It's not a side-to-side movement. Not that a side-to-side movement is wrong, but you're rising up, okay? None of this rising up involves saving someone else. This is all you, all of it. Now, free from judgment, free to love, card number 39. You have to free yourself. You have to. Now, if this friendship, relationship, work partnership, whatever it is, if you speak to them and they can recognize what they're doing, take accountability for their co-created reality with you, and allow their love to begin freeing you from your sense of obligation, that's a beautiful thing. That's something that can be worked out. Not something that you probably should cherish. Because not everyone who behaves this way, who burdens your heart in this manner is aware. And sometimes they just need to be made aware. And that awareness in itself is a huge gift from your heart to theirs. But if you continue with this martyrdom silently, you're not doing anyone any favors. No one. No one. Now, if you have this conversation with them in order to free yourself, to love them, and their chosen response is not that of love, then you have your answer. That's a user. They're using you and feeding off of you and enslaving you. And it's time to move forward. Okay? Card number 50, the observer. You have to begin observing. Just observe. You don't have to correct their behavior. Observe it. Observe their reaction to your truth. And if your truth is being silenced by them, then you know that's not someone you need around you. Okay? You know that. Be honest with yourself. If you don't want to move forward from it, your choice. Not going to judge you, not going to tell you it's stupid. Do I agree? Absolutely not. But it's not my place to tell you what to do. I absolutely respect whatever you decide for yourself. Okay? Let's get you one final card. I want to get you some poetry. All right. I love how the sun comes out to play like this. Love it. All right. And if you're not Taurus, you're not cross-watching for Taurus, and this resonates with you, it's probably a message from your soul, okay? It's probably guidance from your soul, because why else would you be on this video if none of this zodiac stuff has anything to do with you? Because you were guided here. You needed to hear some component of this. So let's see. Ooh, card number 44. Merciful Mother Jamal. O sudden resurrection, O countless blessings, O blazing fire in the jungle of thoughts, today you arrive with laughter to break open the jail. Oh, how appropriate. You blazing angel capable of so much, you evoke the testing hand of life. Why not when you cannot fail? Yet in your sweet surrender, how can the great beloved not respond in kind and offer you solace, comfort, and mercy? For not all success must be hard won. Can you imagine this? The sweet face of the all-powerful. It shines upon you as the love emanating from the Holy Mother's eyes, the golden radiance of her body and the gentleness of her touch. This is your birthright now, your divine inheritance. The mercy of the All-Merciful, let it soften the hard edges of your life and your being and bring to you the grace that is deserved. You deserve so much grace, seriously. Taurus, the way you love others, your level of loyalty, I don't think I've ever seen it in any other sign. You deserve that kind of love. First from yourself, and then from those around you. This oracle brings you a message. There is a shift taking place now in a matter of great importance to you. From justice to mercy. This is your path, your destiny, and your blessing now opening up before you. It may be a particular matter, however, it likely includes your entire life orientation. You are being granted refuge, respite, and shelter from the storms of struggle and doubt, and being given a divine sanctuary of safe harbor. You shall find that the unraveling of the struggle and pain now happens through tenderness and gentler approach. It's time for you to be gentle with yourself. It's time for you to allow yourself to receive the kind of love and loyalty that you so generously give those that you love. Okay, Taurus? So I hope for those that this reading resonated with, I hope you get the guidance and the clarity that you're needing. And I hope you find yourself free from whatever's burdening your heart. Okay? Please do give this video a thumbs up. If you haven't already subscribed, please subscribe, turn on that notification bell, and join me every single time I'm live. Have a beautiful, beautiful day or night. Bye, everyone.